Welcome to Chapter 1 of this section, Pay Yourself First. It's tempting to spend your money as soon as you see it coming in, whether out of necessity or luxury. However, in order to live below your means, whenever you receive a paycheck, you need to develop a habit of paying yourself first. Paying yourself first means setting money aside for your future self by saving and investing before spending money on anything else. In other words, you're putting money towards yourself and your goals before giving it to a business or a service provider. It basically means putting your future self before your present self. As a beginner to personal finance, you need to master the habit of saving. Without sufficient savings, you will be more likely to go into debt anytime an unexpected expense or financial emergency comes up. Ideally, if you're in a good financial situation, you'd want to use the 50-30-20 budget to determine the amount of money you should save. But this is just a guideline. If, for whatever reason, this may be too much of a stretch for you, that's okay. All that matters is that you're paying yourself first and contributing something to your future self. When you're just starting up, the amount you save isn't as important as building the habit of savings. In the beginning, put away whatever you feel comfortable with, even if all you can do is $1 a day. This may seem extremely simple, but consider this. $1 a day for a year is $365 saved. That's pretty good considering 37% of Americans can't handle an unexpected $400 expense without going into debt. Here are the two main methods of saving money. Automating your savings means setting up transfers of a specific amount from your checking account to your savings account. These transfers can be set up whenever you get paid or on a specific date every month. Automation is definitely the easiest way to save because it makes the process less time-consuming and it removes the burden of manually saving. This method is ideal for you if you have consistent cash flows every month. And that way it's easier to determine what amount you're able to save to contribute. The second method is manual savings. This is ideal for someone that has inconsistent earnings. Manual savings just refers to you deciding how much you want to save and moving that amount into your savings. You would just need to figure out how much discretionary income you have for the month and save whatever amount is best for you. Saving manually requires closer attention to your personal monthly finances, as well as being very disciplined. A tip I would suggest if you're monthly saving is to set up weekly or monthly reminders on your phone to prompt transfers from your savings account. When contributing to your savings, you can use one of the following accounts or banking products to do so. Checkings and savings accounts at traditional banks are best suited if you need the money within the short term. Since your money isn't locked in, you have immediate access to it if you need it. You have complete control over the money in your account, which makes it more reliable, and it'll be protected by insurance up to a certain amount. A downside of checking accounts and savings accounts, however, is that traditional banks will likely give you little to no interest compared to something like a high-yield savings account, so you'd be missing out on that extra growth every month. High-yield savings accounts are the second choice. They're a little bit better because they give you a higher interest rate on your deposits compared to a checking or savings account at a traditional bank. Usually these accounts are with online banks, but they're fully covered by insurance. This type of account is great for short and medium-term goals, between 1 month and 5 years, because they may require a few days' notice if you need to withdraw the money, so they're not as accessible as checking and savings accounts. However, the trade-off here is that you earn a significantly higher interest rate on your deposits, so this is extra income for you if you don't need the money right away. Certificates of deposit and guaranteed income certificates are great for saving towards a goal that has a specific date. Remember, your money will be locked in for a specific period. If you want your money to be easily accessible, GICs and CDs are not the way to go. For example, if you plan to buy a house in 5 years, you can save a certain amount and use the ladder technique. Buy a GIC or CD in lump sums every month or year. Some GICs and CDs allow you to save for a specific future date. This type of account is great for medium-term goals, between 3 months and 5 years. The goal here is to figure out the best way to consistently pay yourself first.